Hello again, guys. We are entering into a point where more and more devices are capable of USB 3. I've actually only got a few devices here, but at this point I actually have more USB 3 devices than I have ports on my computer. That's where a device like this comes in. A company called Inateck reached out to me not too long ago and said, hey, we make all of these awesome products. You should take a look at some of them. And so I started looking through the things they had available, and they said the one they were really keen on at this point was their portable USB 3 power hub. Considering that I have laptops with USB 3 and desktops with USB 3, but they're all kind of limited, it sounds like a really good idea for somebody like me. So yeah, I thought I would just open this up for you, show you what it is, maybe hook it up and try it out, and let you know what I think of it. So yeah, this has what feels like an aluminum body. It's very solid feeling in the hand. I'm definitely not going to take it apart to see what it's like on the inside, because that would be silly. But here we go, has that USB 3 plug. Looks like an optional charger, but I don't know if that even comes in here. Let's see what else is in the box, just for curiosity. Hey, there is wow, that's a power supply. Look at that. So this, I suppose, is if you absolutely load it down, or if you want to charge things from it while you're using it. It says here it does have output is 4,000 milliamps. Wow. And it does take 110 to 240 volt input. So that, if this could be used as just a charging station, that's pretty amazing. And the USB cable, that's a very nifty looking USB cable. I'm honestly very surprised. Let's just see what this cable looks like. It's a flat cable, which I've seen a couple of flat cables, but this one looks quite long, and this is a USB 3 cable, so will be very, very handy. This thing I just measured out is about 4 feet. You do see it has that blue tip on the end of it, which signifies USB 3, as well as this, different ending, which would also, again, signify USB 3. Hopefully, it's not going to be required to actually use this. I would prefer to be able to just do that, just take this along, and boom, I'm connected up, no problems. But I suppose I will give it a try, and I will let you guys know. And we're back. After doing quite a bit of testing with this device, sort of a bit of a mixed review here. So unfortunately, as you probably expected, I actually didn't expect it. This power supply is going to be required if you want to do anything more than maybe little teeny tiny flash drives. So anything that requires a tiny bit of power. So for example, I have an external USB 3 hard drive. It's 2.5 inch. It doesn't require a power source. But in order to be used with this had to be powered on. So it had to have the AC power attached. Using something like a flash drive, like I said, it doesn't take any power, so I don't have a bunch of USB 3 flash drives. Actually, I don't have any at this point. So testing it with USB 2 flash drives, it was able to work appropriately. I didn't put one in every port. I probably should have done that, but realistically, you're just going to want to plug it in and power it if you want to do much of anything with it. Even using a powered hard drive, because I do have an external USB powered hard drive, did require me to use the external power on this thing. So that's a bit unfortunate. The upside of this, though, is I tested it, as I was talking earlier, without the USB cable, just plugging this straight into the wall, and it does actually kind of function like one of the other external chargers that I've mentioned in the past. So just plugging this straight into the wall, the mains power, you can actually use this as a bit of a power charger. Not that you really want to do it for that, because it is a USB 3 hub, but you can. In testing it a little bit, I found that my devices were able to draw a maximum of about 1.25 to 1.5 amps out of it, so it's not going to be able to ultra fast charge your devices. It's not going to be able to really handle your devices that require 2 amps of power or anything like that. But for a phone, for a small tablet, things like that, it would work appropriately if you wanted to use it for that. I should also mention, while I had this hooked up through USB 3, I didn't do a whole lot of testing with USB 3 devices other than just the external hard drives that I've got, and I was able to transfer at about 100 megabytes a second with them, which is about as fast as I've seen plugging directly into a USB 3 port with those devices. So until I get a faster USB flash drive or something, I won't really be able to test that any more thoroughly. As far as I'm concerned, I'm going to use it for extra USB ports. I'm going to use it with more USB 3 ports moving forward, and the build quality means that if I wanted to take it along with me on a trip or something, I wouldn't feel bad just chucking it into a bag. What I would feel kind of bad about is having to chuck this power supply along with it, because without that, you'd be pretty much up a creek if you don't have just USB flash drives or anything. But anyway, that's about all I've got to say about it. Like I said, it's a very nice built device, very nice accessories that go along with it. I look forward to using it more in the future. If there's anything else you'd like to know about it, feel free to let me know down in the comment section below. But as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.